In this video, we're going to be looking at using the quadratic formula to solve quadratic equations of the form ax squared plus bx plus c equals nothing. The formula looks complicated, but actually, once you get used to it, it's quite straightforward. And it's just a matter of us being able to work out what a, b and c stand for, and then just doing a substitution. In this example, we're going to solve the equation 3x squared plus 5x take away 3 equals nothing. So the first thing we've got to do is work out what our a, b's and c is going to be. So by comparing it to ax squared plus bx plus c equals nothing, we can see that a is going to equal to 3, b is the number of x's, that's going to equal to 5, and c is the constant term without the x's in it. And if you look at this, it's actually going to be negative 3, so we've got to watch out for signs. Now it's a case of us doing a substitution into the formula, and every time we have an a, b or c, we're going to write the value we have for a, b or c, but we're going to put it in a bracket. If we now work out what's inside the square root, so in this case, we're going to end up with 61 in there. Now we've got two possible solutions. So we can say that x is equal to negative 5 plus the square root of 61 over 6, which we can work out as a decimal, and I've done it here to 3 significant figures. Alternatively, x equals negative 5 minus root 61 over 6. And again, I've done it to 3 significant figures. Example 2 is slightly different because it's not in the right format. If you remember, we want it to be ax squared plus bx plus c equals nothing. So the first thing we've got to do is rearrange it. So I subtract 10x from both sides. That leaves me with 2x squared take away 10x equals negative 7. Now if I add 7 to both sides, I've got 2x squared take away 10x plus 7 equals 0. Now it's in the right format. So a is going to equal 2, b is going to equal negative 10, and c will equal 7. As before, we can now just do our substitution. And once again, I'm using brackets to put my substituted values in. Particularly important here because of squaring negative numbers on the calculator. Having it in brackets will make it more reliable for you. And notice here I've got a double negative at the start, so negative 10 is 10. Okay, so I've worked out my square root. I can now write out my two solutions. So the first one, 10 plus the square root of 44 over 4. And then I can work that out as a decimal. And my second solution is going to be x equals 10 minus the square root of 44 over 4. And again, I can work it out as a decimal. And that's it. That's all we have to do.